do you believe that the sense of patriotism and nationalism and the idea that America should be first and that we should lead the world has been drained out of our space program?
Well, it's certainly been drained out of the national leadership, particularly the Obama administration. I don't think it has drained out of the American people. Space is still very exciting to them. I think the vast majority recognize that the United States represents liberty and freedom on this planet, and if it is not competitive in space, well, then liberty and freedom are in further jeopardy than they are for other reasons. I think it's time to start over. I think the various parts of NASA can be distributed in agencies that already exist, but that if you want the country to be dominant in deep space exploration, I think we're going to need a new agency for a number of reasons. One is that we need to focus the national deep space exploration effort in a single organization without a lot of other budgetary and managerial distractions. I proposed the National Space Exploration Administration, and that organization would hopefully be allowed by Congress to hire the best possible managers that we can find in the country, as well as to hire young engineers and scientists who are absolutely essential to the success of these complex types of programs.
So, Senator, this new National Space Exploration Administration that you're proposing, what would be its specific mission? What if John Kennedy was calling us to go to the moon and back within the 1960s? What do you want to see the National Space Exploration Administration have Americans doing?
Well, the NSEA would be given the charter to explore deep space, which includes the moon, to settle the moon, and ultimately potentially to settle Mars, to utilize, to help the private sector utilize the resources, the energy resources in particular that we find on the moon. It would have a mission that focused entirely on deep space. Now, it might also provide some support for the remainder of NASA, for as long as we have obligations to the International Space Station. But its primary focus, almost single-minded focus, should be on building the space launch vehicles, the spacecraft, and the operational capability to work at the moon, distances of the moon, and ultimately to Mars and beyond.
Well, okay, you say settle the moon and explore and settle Mars. Let's talk about that for a moment. It's been almost 40 years since you were on the moon. No human beings have been back there. What is the interest of the United States? You're talking about actually putting people on the moon and keeping them there with the idea of establishing a population of human beings on the moon. Is that the long-term goal?
Well, that would certainly be my long-term goal. It would be another location for the forces of freedom to, I think, grow and prosper. But more immediately, such a settlement would be able to supply the Earth with a very important clean energy in the form of a light isotope of helium called helium-3 that is a nearly ideal fuel for fusion power reactors.